Long before Israel asked Samuel for a king like the nations, the law spoke to this exact moment. And that matters, because Israel has already been crystallizing a structure. Witnesses, judges, priests, investigations, executions, people handling judgment among themselves. So Moses gives them instructions that encourage full dependence on the structure. You may notice that Israel has already been found guilty of these things before, and are likely to be guilty of them again. In verse 14, the law anticipates failure of the entire structure, with a solemn protest that should sound familiar, because it's exactly what Israel asks for in 1 Samuel chapter 8. When you shalt say, I will set a king over me, like all the nations around me. The king is to be chosen by God. The king cannot multiply horses, wives, or silver and gold. The king must write the law of the kingdom himself, read it continually, and remain humble before his brethren. Now go back to 1 Samuel chapter 8. God tells Samuel to protest solemnly, and describe the manner of the king that shall reign over them. Samuel describes a king that takes, but Deuteronomy describes a king submitted under God. That tension isn't random. Scripture often records mediated deviations from God's desires in real time, and doesn't always stop to tell you. This is why Paul said the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. People can be chosen, and still be led by their own judgment at times. Even when the text says all the words of the Lord were spoken, reason of use still matters. Because even when the text uses divine language, the letter gives us the phrase, but the Spirit is revealed through how that wording functions in the narrative. And in this case, the word of the Lord, and the word of Samuel, are being intertwined in a way that blurs Samuel's role and authority at times. We're meant to discern this, so stick around, because we're seeing how this unfolds. The manner of a king is next. This is Thinking Blind. See you soon.